Action! Alright guys, today is episode number 50 and we decided to do something special. We come up with a list of top 50 films of all time, Rumikay edition. We're gonna go through each movie pretty fast, so keep up with us. It's not ranked, so whether it's number 1 or number 50, they're all equally great. So here we go. Number 1, FORREST GUMP by Robert Zemeckis. This movie is the ultimate movie for me. It has everything, the experience, the travel, the character, and most of all, it inspired me to run.
Her by Spike Jonze. This movie is a great character movie with a wonderful performance by Joaquin Phoenix. I love this film, I love the tone of it, and I highly recommend you watch it.
Next one, Big, with Tom Hanks, directed by Penny Marshall. This movie is basically took me through my childhood. It's my childhood movie that really represents everything that I'm passionate about cinema. I highly recommend to watch this movie because it's such a personal story and a fun journey and a great film.
Next one is La La Land by Damien Chazelle. Whether you love it or you hate it, you have to admit that this movie was spectacular. It's a true homage to LA, Hollywood, the movie industry, and musicals. So, watch it.
2001 Space Odyssey by Stanley Kubrick. Well, this movie is basically the ultimate sci-fi movie of all time, and it's taken to the highest perfectionism level. So if you want to learn anything about sci-fi or any great sci-fi movie of all time, this is it.
Next one is Parasite by Bong Joon-ho. I hope I pronounced his last name well. But this movie had everything: entertainment, mystery, drama, twists, family drama. It was awesome. I think it really deserved the Oscar. It's a great watch. It's super entertaining. And it's really door to a new world. Korean cinema is wonderful. And this movie is a proof of that.
Back to the Future by Robert Zemeckis. This is the ultimate time travel movie. It's fun, it's energizing, it's take you through time and back in time and all over the time. I highly recommend to watch it.
Next one is Umbrellas of Cherbourg by Jacques Demy. If you loved La La Land, then you cannot miss Umbrellas of Cherbourg or anything that Jacques Demy did. In fact, Damien Chazelle was inspired a lot by his films.
STALKER by Andrei Tarkovsky. This movie is the ultimate deep cut of all time that you need to watch.
Persona by Ingmar Bergman. Bergman is one of the fathers of cinema. He did so many films, and this one is one of his classics. You cannot miss it.
War and Peace by Sergey Bondarchuk. This is one of the biggest epic films of all time. It spent tons of money on costumes, on battlefield and everything. Just go and watch it.
Wings of Desire by Wim Wenders. This film is poetry on screen. It's so beautiful, shot on the streets of Berlin. A must.
The Matrix by the Wachowskis. This movie is the ultimate blow your mind movie. It challenged the way that you look at the world, and that's what movies should do.
A Woman Under the Influence by John Cassavetes. John Cassavetes was one of the first independent American filmmakers, and you have to watch this movie. One of his first, shot in his living room with his wife. Stunning performance.
Arrival by Denis Villeneuve. This movie is the most art house alien invasion film that you can watch.
In the Mood for Love by Wong Kar-wai. I love this film. When I think about cinematography and lighting and tone on film and the characters and the performances, this movie is it.
Interstellar by Christopher Nolan. If you really want to feel what traveling through our universe would feel like, this is the movie to watch. It will feel authentic.
Sunset Boulevard by Billy Wilder. I mean, come on. You cannot be in filmmaking without watching this film. This film is the ultimate Hollywood film noir. Watch it.
Schindler's List by Steven Spielberg. This movie is a must-watch film to every citizen of our planet Earth. Period. It's not just great, it's essential.
Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? If you heard a couple of our episodes, you know that I love this film. It's our third date movie, and Elizabeth Taylor's performance is just amazing.
If you're in the mood for spiciness, Youth by Paolo Sorrentino would do it. This is a beautiful, gorgeous movie that inspires you to fall in love with humanity again.
Paris, Texas by Wim Wenders tells the story of an estranged father with his child, and you have to watch it.
Scent of a Woman by Martin Brest. This movie is an ultimate cinematic experience that has at least 5 great scenes of all time. This is a masterpiece that not a lot of people know about. I highly recommend it.
Three Colors Red by Kieslowski. This is part of his color trilogy along with Blue and White. They're all amazing films, but Red has a special place in my heart.
The Departed by Martin Scorsese. This is probably one of my favorite Scorsese movies of all time. I just can't believe how beautiful the movie structure is and how it's executed. The acting, the performances, the stakes, the ultimate cinematic experience.
Rosemary's Baby by Roman Polanski. Whether you hate Polanski or you love him, and if you can remove the person from the art, Rosemary's Baby is an amazing film.
Sleepless in Seattle by Nora Ephron. If you really want to feel what a real rom-com movie is, this is it.
The Godfather by Francis Ford Coppola. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else I can say. I feel like a lot of people have seen The Godfather. If you haven't, you must watch it. It took me a while to see it because it's long, but it was worth it.
If you really want to go on adventure, Raiders of the Lost Ark by Steven Spielberg will take you there.
Get Out by Jordan Peele. This is one of those films like Parasite or Everything Everywhere All at Once, where there's so many things in it. Entertainment, activism, commentary, comedy, everything. You gotta see it.
If you really want to watch an old Hollywood movie that is great and you don't have a lot of time to choose from, Citizen Kane is this movie.
Burning by Lee Chang-dong. I talk about this film a lot of times. I love the tone of it. It's also very poetic mystery. Based on a short story by Haruki Murakami.
Terminator 2, Judgment Day by James Cameron. If you need to watch an ultimate action blockbuster movie that has a really good story, this movie is what basically the movie should be, made by Hollywood.
Dogville by Lars von Trier. Although controversial, this was one of the first films that really showed me that you can do things out of the box when making films. And it's kind of like a combination of film and theater. And it just holds a very interesting place in my heart because it really made me fall in love with art house cinema.
Cinema Paradiso by Giuseppe Tornatore. If you really want to feel what cinema is with a big C, I highly recommend this one.
Wanda by Barbara Loden. And I think this is her first and last film. I don't think she made many films after. Female director, but it's an amazing film, a mix of fiction with documentary about a woman wandering around life, and we follow her.
The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. Well, if you're looking for a psychological thriller that is based on one of the greatest American horror writers, Stephen King, this movie will do it because Jack Nicholson will scare the heck out of you.
Little Women by Greta Gerwig. I just loved it. I love this adaptation. I think all the actresses are wonderful, and this is just a great proof of how you can adapt a book really well.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Milos Forman. If you really want to know what an Oscar-winning movie is and should be, this is the movie to check out. It's well written, the performance is all stellar, directing is top-notch. That's it. That's the movie.
Lost in Translation by Sofia Coppola. Oh, this is a stunning film. Yeah, I think everyone should see it.
Amadeus by Milos Forman. Again, this is another great movie that an Oscar movie should be, because this movie really explores the theme of jealousy and love at the same time, and how deep it can take you and how far it can take you.
Babel by Alejandro González Iñárritu. Although he has other amazing films, this film is great, and I relate to it so much because of the immigrant experience shown in it.
You want to watch the juiciest psychological thriller? The Silence of the Lambs will do it. Jonathan Demme. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. This movie is really something. If you really want to get scared or want to feel what suspense feels like, check it out.
While we're on the topic of psychological thrillers, I would say American Psycho by Mary Herron, female director. Oh my God, it's a wild journey. Great performance by Christian Bale.
Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi. If you really want to feel what a great superhero movie should look like, I'd recommend to check this one because it has great drama, great story, great characters, and it really inspires you to do great things. And that's what superhero movies should be, I think.
I cannot mention American Psycho and leave out Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock, the legendary filmmaker who made amazing films. But Psycho is just great.
The Truman Show by Peter Weir. If you ever wondered whether the world that you live in is real or not, or something is off, this movie will show you what's off.
8.5 by Master Fellini. I have his whole filmography. I have the whole collection. But when I first saw 8.5, I was amazed. It's amazing what we can do in cinema.
The Shape of Water by Guillermo del Toro. He's one of my favorite directors, and when I watched this movie in theaters, I thought this movie deserves all the awards. It's the ultimate fantasy movie that you can ever watch.
Red Shoes by Emmerich Pressburger and Michael Powell. This movie is also like a fantasy. It's so beautiful. And if you love ballet like I do, you're going to fall in love with this film. Definitely worth it. And it's one of Scorsese's favorites.
Whew. So now we have 50 films. So guys, check them out. I recommend to check them all because I'd put it on must-watch list to any school, university, or any educational institution. And now we're going to move to the final part of our episode. As usual, Obsession of the Week. Rumki, what is your obsession?
My obsession of the week is these new pajamas I bought myself while you were there from Target. They're blue. They're like short pajamas. Silky blue with butterflies in all different colors. They're so cute. I love them. So that's my obsession of the week. What is your obsession of the week?
my obsession of the week is body composition measurement. I've been obsessed with getting back in shape, getting back in my best shape, and I've been measuring my fat percentage, my BMR, my waistline, my weight, and everything. And I just obsessed with it. It's in my journal right now. I'm calculated it. I've got frustrated about it, but also energized and motivated to change it. If you're trying to get to your best shape, it all starts from measurements, from the moments of embarrassment to the moments of glory.
So that's it, everyone.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, we highly appreciate if you will leave us a 5-star rating and review because it really helps us to keep producing more episodes like this. And this is episode number 50. Yes!
Yay!
Yes! It means we've been doing it for 50 weeks. Isn't it crazy?
50 weeks.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Watch those movies.